And alright, so I am sick and tired of debating this with certain people. And I know some of y'all probably say, well, how you debating anybody? We don't see nobody that you debating. Because most of my debates is actually over the phone. It's either over the phone or on my Messenger or on my Instagram account. So of course you're not really gonna see it, but I'm telling you. Anyways, I'm sick and tired of debating homosexuality with people. Period. I stand by what I say, and I believe in what I say. I have always maintained my thought pattern of my truth, not my thought pattern, my truth of that homosexuality. You can come out there if you want to, Battle Axe. Today ain't Sunday. Come out tomorrow. That's when all the crazy drivers come out on the Sunday. Anyways, you know, I have always stated my viewpoint, stated my truth on homosexuality. I believe that homosexuality is a sin. I believe that sleeping with another man or sleeping with another woman is a sin. I believe that. I believe that. My whole heart. But what I don't agree with is, and it seems like to me that it's always people who go to church. It seemed like to me if one spouse is bisexual or homosexual, and you know, people say that if you bisexual then you're homosexual. That's a lie, because to be a homosexual means you like the same sex, but when you are bisexual, that means you like women and men. Get with the word bi homo, and I'm not saying homo as a disrespectful. I'm saying homosexual, bisexual. Okay? It's always so-called believers of Jesus Christ. It's always so-called believers. You get your ass on. Dumbass. Thank you. Punching your nuts. It's always, anyways, it's always that person that goes to church who wants to sit there and condemn and destroy and put down people because they are bisexual or homosexual. Nowhere in the Bible did Jesus ever do that. What Jesus did when he died on the cross is he loved us past our sins. That's why he said, only I have the love that can surpass all your carnal understanding. But it's always these so-called saved folk who want to sit their ass up there and ridicule and bash, and like this jackass that's on YouTube or wherever else he at, Anderson, whatever. He's a Caucasian preacher, so-called preacher, and he always bashing. How you draw it? Jesus said, with love and kindness have I drawn them. Just because you are loving and kind to people doesn't mean you agree. It just means you're using what God told you to use. Love. That's how you draw. Love will cover what? A multitude of sins. I didn't say that. Jesus said that. We have this friend, me and my wife. I'm gonna be real with you. We got probably 3 or 4, 5 or 6 People that we deal with, friends who are, some is gay and some is bisexual. Period. Some is gay and some is bisexual. Okay? And the debate to me is, how can you say that you believe in God, but yet you can take a homosexual or you can take a bisexual person out to dinner and feed them? Because that's what the fuck Jesus did. That's what the fuck Jesus did. That's how I can do it. See, what's so sad about this evil, fucked up world is that this evil, fucked up world has soured Jesus' name in many people's mouths. Because what you have done is you have put your ideology, your anal retentive dumb shit into people's minds. You put your, God forgive me, you put your retarded ass bullshit thinking into people's mind, trying to make that to be Christ. And so in that right there, people don't want to be around Jesus, because you have already told these people that God will judge you, he will kill you, he will do all that, and you are a stinking ass liar. On the cross of Calvary, Jesus died for the bisexual, the trisexual, the homosexual, and all of the above. He died for that. So how can we say that God hates? Is he serious with that shit? God don't hate nobody. He don't like the lifestyle. He don't like what you're doing, but he cannot hate you. I mean, that's kind of stupid for God to hate something that he created. Don't you think that's kind of stupid, Carol? Mm-hmm. That's like me going out there, you know, building something, and after it's done and it's good and very good, now I hate it. Huh? The fuck you build it for? So you didn't stop in the middle of the process and say, I hate it. You wait till you built it, and then tomorrow you hate it? What kind of bullshit I'm on? And this is what y'all will have people to believe. That's exactly how Jesus is, and it's not. The one thing that you crooks have to, the one thing that you crooks, you so-called preachers, you so-called saved folk, the one thing that y'all go off on is Sodom and Gomorrah. Y'all go off of that like clockwork, just on the phone. Y'all go off of that like clockwork, and then when I try to explain it to your dumb ass, you don't want to listen. Because you a dumbass. You don't want to listen. So you taking up for... No, I'm not taking up for the lifestyle. I'm taking up for the human being. Period. All of our friends, Carolyn, and my friends who are homosexual, they know we don't condone that lifestyle. Right. When you come to my house, you don't bring that shit in my home.
They're respectful.
They respect me as I respect them. They tell me about their lifestyle, I tell them about Jesus. I don't cough Jesus down their throat, but I let them know that there is a better way and there is a better day. I try to convey the loving side of Christ. You crooks trying to sit up there and turn people away from Christ. You know what you said about that? He say, woe be unto you who scatter the flock.
That's right.
Woe be unto you.
That's what he said.
He said that it is better for a millstone to be tied around your neck and your ass to be thrown into the depths of the sea than for you to offend. And how do we offend people? By putting them down. By talking shit to them. And yes, the title is Homosexuality. Is it a struggle? For many people, yes. Yes, it's a goddamn struggle. Yes, it's a goddamn struggle. Paul said, I'm not saying Paul was homosexual. I'm just thinking of Paul. Paul said that those things that I wish not to do, help me out, Carolyn.
That's what I do.
That's what I do.
That which I don't want to do. I'm sorry, that I do, I don't want to do that.
Right. And that what I shouldn't, and that what I should do, I don't. Paul said, "Oh, wretched man that I am, who can save me?" God left Paul with a struggle. He left Paul with an affliction. I'm not saying that you can use that as a cop-out. Oh, God, that's easy. No, that's not what I'm saying. But we don't know what Paul struggled with. We don't know that. It ain't none of your damn business. And see, if this God was the God like what y'all talking about, he put your business all out there in the street. That's a lie. That's a lie. Jesus don't do that.
Nope.
If that's the case, then he should have said something about Paul. What was Paul struggling with? You will never know until Paul tell you. When you see Brother Paul, he'll tell you what his struggle was. We don't know. And it's so sad that women want to walk away from their husbands or their boyfriend because of a lifestyle that they struggle with. You stupid, excuse me, Carolyn, you stupid son of a bitch. That's not the time to walk away. That's not the time to walk away. That's the time to embrace. Let me tell you something. I was an angry, didn't care about fighting nobody, straight angry individual. Carolyn never walked. Let me tell you something. I've said some shit to Carolyn that when she first met me in 2008, I didn't give a damn about nobody, let alone myself. She never walked. She stuck right in there. And I heard somebody say the other day, I wouldn't have stuck there. Exactly. That's why God never chose you. That's why God never chose you. Because you wouldn't have stuck there. You wouldn't have loved this man past his pain. You wouldn't have loved this man. So guess what? I don't need you. Let's go to this one. We stand in judgment of everybody. But you cannot look yourself in the mirror and judge your damn self. The reason why the suicide rate is getting so high and people being homosexual, the reason why is because they don't know where to turn. They turn to their friends. They doing the same thing they doing. They turn to the streets. Streets don't give a damn about you. Then they turn to the so-called believers of Jesus Christ. You Christians. And they can't even get no solace from y'all. So what's the next thing they do? Eat a bullet. Cut their wrists. Hang themselves. Go jump off of a bridge. And then you have the audacity to say, well, they could have came and talked to me. Motherfucker, they tried. You didn't want to hear it. You going straight to hell. Who the fuck is you? You ain't God, bitch.
That's right.
You ain't God, bitch. Who the fuck is you to tell anybody that they're going straight to hell? Who is you? Judge not, for ye shall be judged.
That's right.
Let me tell you something. I myself, Maurice Mundry, do not know whether I'm going to heaven or hell, because Jesus said you should only have a hope, and that's it. I think it is freaking arrogant for a person to sit up there, excuse me, for a person to sit up there and claim, I'm going to heaven. I won't be back, I won't be back, I won't be back. You right, you ain't coming back, but you ain't going where the hell you think you going. You are arrogant fool. Nobody should have that much arrogancy in their life. I'm going to heaven. That's just what it is. Shake and bake. Here we go. Make the cake. You don't know where the fuck you going. You don't know where the fuck you going. You don't know. Many people that went to church every Sunday and hell today, Monday through Sunday. So how you know? Instead of us being who God created us to be and loving people, sure, correcting them when they're wrong, sure, telling them that there is a hope for you to change your lifestyle, telling them that, hey, This lifestyle is not right, but I'm not going to sit my ass up here and judge you because of a struggle that you have. I can't do that. My wife was just telling me something just a few minutes ago, and I'm going to quote what she said. She said, why are you around here telling people that you're going straight to hell? Maybe God should say, well, for you whoremongers, you going to hell. For you liars, for you idolaters, you going to hell. For you thieves, you going to hell. For you dioceses, you going to hell. For you so-called apostles, you going to hell. Since we can sit up there and judge people because of a struggle, everybody has a struggle. Yours might be struggling with being bisexual or homosexuality. Yours might be that. Okay? Yours might be drugs. Whatever your struggle is, yours might be your anger problem. It's a struggle. Christ does, I'm telling you, and I think I can kind of speak for Christ a little bit. Christ said, I'm not here to condemn you. For I so love the world that I came and died, so that if you would believe on me, you will not perish, but you will be here with me in heaven with everlasting life. For I came into this world not to condemn you, but to give you a hope and a future of an expected end. It's so sad that people who are hurting do not know the love of Jesus Christ because his name has been blasphemed. So they don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. I was going to try to hit them out. They don't know. So they die in their sin. Guess what? Guess what? Yes, they will be punished, but the judgment gonna always fall on you. I would rather be punished than to have the judgment fall on my head. Because punishments and judgments is two different things.
That's right.
Y'all probably get that tomorrow sometimes. And the same ones, I'm finna end it, and the same ones that sit their ass up there and judge these people is the same one that's doing it behind closed doors. You just trying to make yourself seem righteous and holier than thou. The same one that's around here, you know, there was a movie that I saw with Denzel Washington. The movie was entitled Gangster. And Denzel Washington said in the movie, he said the loudest one in the room is always the weakest one in the room. So while y'all talking loud, you ain't saying nothing. Because I guarantee you, after you get done fake preaching and telling lies on Jesus, you'll go to some damn hotel room and, come on, brother man, let me impart to you what God done gave me. But to get your crooked ass up there on a Sunday, Bible study on a Wednesday, choir practice on a Thursday.
Come on.
And Friday, you talking about the resurrection of Jesus Christ. But you sitting your rotten ass up there condemning people that you condemning people of a lifestyle that your ass into. I guarantee you, there's a lot of so-called preachers right here in Waycross, Georgia.
Come on.
That's into that lifestyle.
Yep.
But yet they can sit up there and try to judge somebody else. I don't know them, but if I did, I'll call your ass out. Because guess what? Brother Paul called out Peter. Brother Paul called Peter a hypocrite.
Yep, sure did.
And for those of you who say, don't put your mouth on the mind, on on an anointed woman of God, then tell them to don't put your mouth on that man penis.
It's the truth.
See, that's why I've been kicked out of 2 churches now.
But it's the truth.
Because I'm going to tell you the truth to your face. If you don't want me to put my mouth on God's anointed one, then stop putting your mouth on that man ding dong. And woman, stop carpet munching. Stop trying to rub 2 bridges together.
Oh, goodness. He said rub 2 bridges together.
Kiki. Stop. Kiki. Stop. Stop trying to rub 2 bridges together. I ain't never seen 2 trains collide. So if you don't want me to call your ass out, then stop doing that and get up in church on a Sunday preaching against it. And trying to make yourself seem holier than thou.
That's right.
Because you ain't. You ain't. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Come on, fool. Dumbass. Jesus, you stupid. Did you see that shit?
I saw that. And that's how accidents happen.
Right there. Bitch, you can't drive, go back to Sears and Roebuck. Dumb motherfucker. Man, where the police at? Where cross when you need them? Stop taking coffee. But anyways, stop getting up on a Sunday morning and a Sunday evening. Some of y'all got 4 or 5 services on a Sunday. Ain't that much preaching in the damn world.
Okay.
And it's all about God said. It's like you having a damn major heart attack. Oh, homosexuals shall be burned in the lake of fire. Yeah, you going too, bitch. You going too, bitch.
Bible say all liars.
Say it again.
Bible say all liars.
All liars gonna have their part. You going too, bitch. Instead of y'all preaching what's right, you trying to hold on to what's wrong. And you the same ones condemning people that's struggling with that lifestyle. Who trying to come out of that. You, the same one that's condemning them, is the same one that's lying, talking about Malachi 3:10. You the same motherfucker sitting up there talking about, oh, you got to pay heaven. No, the hell you don't. Give me $1,000 seed, you $1,000 lie. You some of the same ones. Sit your ass up there on a Sunday, Monday. I'm talking about some of y'all take up an offering every day of the damn week. 4 or 5 hours. That's what is his name? The fruit man.
Oh, Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon. You sitting up there condemning these people, but yet will lie on Jesus. Talking about, will a man rob God? Yeah, y'all keep robbing him every damn day. You robbing God by not speaking his truth. You telling people, you going straight to hell. But can I ask you a question? How do you know before these folks killed themselves that they didn't say, Father, forgive me. I'm trying to find the way home. How you know Jesus didn't say, come on, I'll deal with them? How you know? And guess what, assholes? Them same ones that you put down could be the same ones that's laying up in the hospital. Your ass need a damn kidney. You need a damn kidney. All right. You need a damn kidney. And they one of the same ones to give it to you. They one of the same ones to give it to you. Period. You need life, and maybe your same type blood. What is it?
I would like to say your blood.
Yeah.
You got the same type blood. It matches. Your kidney matches.
Everything. So what you gonna say then? I don't want it because it's gay. Yeah, that's what half of y'all did anyways. I don't want it because he's a gay man or she's a gay woman. Let me tell you something. And again, I do not condone the lifestyle. But I'm not finna put down another human being because of a struggle that they may have. Period. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Because it ain't right. It's not right. I had a friend a long time ago, before all of this homosexual stuff came out. I had a friend a long time ago, a few years ago, to kill himself. To kill himself. He hung himself. Why? Because people were telling him, God don't want you, God don't need you. You might as well go and kill yourself because you're going to hell anyways. That's sick. You got anything to say?
Like I said, I'm just going to piggyback off of the things that you said. We are not called to bring condemnation on people.
I don't know.
Because Jesus didn't bring condemnation on us.
Wait a minute. Before you finish. When Jesus said, cry loud, spare not, he was not telling you to sit up there and sit in judgment of people. That's not what he was telling you. That's not what Jesus was telling you. When he said cry aloud and spare not, he was talking about these fake motherfuckers.
That's right.
You called them out.
That's right.
You don't sit up there and poke fun at people because they got a struggle, they got a hurt, a habit, or a hang up. You don't do that. You don't do that. Go ahead.
How do you expect anybody to come to Jesus if you tell them that he hates them? If I know a person don't like me, I'm not going to their house.
Not at all.
I don't want to be anywhere near them. So, in order to show them, look, a better way, then you show them a God that loves them, that intercedes for them. They said, look, he died for you because of this so that you can have a way out.
Way out.
And he knows that this is hard for you. That's why he's here to be your guide. That's why he has the Holy Spirit to lead you. Because he knows that this walk is not easy.
Not at all.
But he has grace and mercy. As Paul says, the affliction that he had, he asked the Lord to take it away from him. We don't know what that affliction was.
Not at all.
All we know is that it was sent by Satan. How do we know? Because Paul said a messenger of Satan was given to me.
And God left Paul with that affliction.
That's right.
So that Paul wouldn't be lifted up in pride.
That's right.
So maybe you ought to kind of keep your mouth off of people that you don't know nothing about.
Exactly.
You don't know what God left them with. You don't know. I'm quite sure Paul wasn't the only one who sat up there and was left with an affliction. I'm quite sure he wasn't.
No, you don't condone the lifestyle, just like the Lord does not condone the things that we do.
Exactly. And I'm not sitting up here saying condone that lifestyle. That is not what I'm saying.
But you show them. But you show them love. You show them compassion. You show them grace.
Because that's what Jesus did.
Exactly.
He showed us love. He showed us compassion. He showed us grace. He showed us mercy.
That's right.
Jesus said that my grace and mercy is renewed every single day.
That's right.
Period. That's why I can tell people. That's an idiot right there.
Yep.
That's why I can tell people that you talking about you blessed because you woke up this morning. That's a lie. That don't mean you blessed. That means you have grace and mercy.
That's right.
that means the Lord decided not to punch in your time clock when you went to bed last night.
That's right.
And whenever you get up, that ain't nothing but Jesus Christ breathing the breath of life back into your body. If you have not noticed, whenever, watch this, whenever you go to sleep, have we ever wondered why our breathing becomes shallow? Have we ever wondered why? I'm going to tell you why. Because you damn near knocking at death's door.
That's right.
When your breathing becomes calm and subtle, and you're not breathing as if you was up doing everyday whatever, you knocking that death's door. Every time everybody want to know, how does it feel to die? You do it every night. You do it every night. And Jesus do not breathe the breath of life back into you so that you can get up the next day and go around condemning people because of a struggle that they have. That is not why he breathed breath back into your stupid ass nostrils. He breathes breath back into your nostril as he breathes breath back into the nostrils of the homosexual or the bisexual in hopes that you would change your life.
Right.
And how much you want to bet that people that struggle with that lifestyle, 9 times out of 10, before they died, they changed that, and 9 times out of 10, they're in heaven. And how much you want to bet those of you, damn, that's a long ass thing, those of you that are condemning these people, you never changed, so you went to hell. See, y'all following your daddy, Satan. You following your daddy. You so-called preachers and bishops and apostles, you an apostate to me. Or an imposter. Or maybe some pasta. Y'all running around here, you going straight to hell. You going straight to hell. Straight there. Because you refuse to change your ways. You love following your daddy Satan. Because Jesus says that Satan is what? The accuser.
That's right.
Of the brother. And because this person is struggling with a homosexual lifestyle, that's still my brother.
That's right.
That's still my sister. And if we treat them as such, they may change their life.
Yep.
I'm going to say this and I'm done with it. I promise. When I was in the hospital, I'm not going to call no names, but when I was in the hospital, there was a young person that worked at the hospital. They came to me. We just started talking. They came to me. And as we begin to talk, I look at this young person. I said, you got a lot of pain behind your eyes. I said, but you put on a smile every day. And this young person said, yes. I said, it's none of my business. But if you want to talk to me, feel free. I won't tell a soul your name, what you said, or none of that. And they told me about the lifestyle that they was in. And they looked at me and said, you gonna judge me, ain't you? I said, you see a gremlin in here or something? You see a midget running around here? I mean, I see you looking down at me, but I don't know who the hell you think you're talking to, because who the fuck am I to judge anybody? I said, I'm not finna judge you for what? And they said that that's all they've been getting. That's all they've been getting. People passing judgment on them. This young person said, I don't want to be in that lifestyle, but it's hard for me to find my way out. And we talked for a while. You was on the thing when I was talking to this young person.
Right.
They boo-hoo cried like a baby. They boo-hoo cried like a baby. They say, I've never had somebody talk to me like that. I say, yeah, because people following their daddy, Satan. So I'm just saying, y'all sit up there, you condemn people for what? For what? Because they got a struggle? Because they got a habit? They got a hurt? They got a hang up? My God. Wow. Y'all so brave. More power to you. But I, for one, would not sit in judgment of no man. Because who am I to judge anybody? Who am I? But I will call out you two-legged dogs. You know, the ones that's so holier than thou, but you ain't shit. Your lifestyle ain't shit. You lie every single day. You show me videos of you screwing other women and you married, bitch. Let me leave that alone. Yeah, I know a lot. I know a lot.
Okay.
But you want to walk around here and sit in judgment of people? Really? I say it all day long. Get on my bad side and I'll call your bitch ass out. I do not care. I've been this way ever since I was born. And you know what? I'm going to die this way. I'm going to die standing for the man that cannot stand for himself. Period. Because that's what God called us to do.
That's right. Got it.
Just one more thing. Jesus went to a dinner, but they was having a lot of fun, singing and dancing and just being merry. And a man or one of Jesus' disciples walked up to him and said, how can you sit with them? How can you sit at the table with sinners? And Jesus let him talk. And Jesus turned to him and said, O ye of little faith, O ye of little understanding. If the well is well, what do they need with a physician? What do they need with that? Not unless you a hypochondriac. If you feeling good, why the hell you gonna go to the hospital? Period. Why the hell would you go to the hospital to create a bill if you feeling good? It's the same thing, you goddamn trains. What need do you have to go to the hospital? Jesus Christ. What the need you have to go to the hospital if you feeling great, if you feeling good? What need? You don't, do you have a need?
Nope.
You only go to a hospital when you feel bad. And I don't mean with no amount of cold, I mean you hurting. Jesus said, that's why I sit with these people. Because they are in need of a savior. They are in need of a physician. They are in need of that. And he looked down back at his plate of food. And in my mind, I can see his disciple walking away. And Jesus said, just one more thing, young man. Always remember, I came to set the captive free. I'm done.